Well, let's talk about strumming. You know, the ukulele is a percussion instrument as much as it is anything else. It's a strum drum, if you want to think of it that way. I do. It has a voice, and depending on where you play it, how fast you play it, what energy you put into it, is the kind of sound that it gets out. We'll talk a little bit about strumming. I want to remind you that not everyone gets every strum. There are thousands of strums, probably as many strums as there are songs and players. And the strum can change from moment to moment. It can operate on whim. Whim is a wonderful thing on ukulele. I want to encourage you not to be discouraged because there's some strum that you'd like that your fingers can't get. That's okay. We all have that experience. And you know, you don't have to play energetically on every song. You can play quietly. You can play a drone, boom, 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 boom. There's many things you can do with ukulele, and it's a wonderful tool for expressing how you feel and what your energy is at that very moment, and bringing that energy to your friends and family and whoever happens to be in the audience. So have fun and find the strums that work for you. And always try to bust in the new ones, and then you may not wind up doing the one you set out to do, but you'll wind up doing one that you can do and that works for you with any number of songs. So develop your own style. That's what this is about. I'm going to show you how some of the strums that I've developed in my years of playing, and the ones that have brought me some joy, and how I got there, and things like that. So kick back, but have a ukulele in your hand, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of a lot of different things in the ukulele, just to show you how they can be mixed and matched, and then they will be broken up into individual segments, video segments. So if there's a particular strum that you want to focus on, you can go to that one video and play it over and over again and play along with it and stuff like that. Those are individual videos. But in this particular segment, we're just going to do a variety of things, just so you can see what happens. Silence is as much of a strum as the stroke. So play with the silences too. There's a stroke followed by a silence. Stroke followed by a silence. Reminds you of Big Ben in London. Well, let's talk about the trill. We visited the trill in the introductory lesson and in the introductory strum report there, but let's talk about the trill. The trill usually use one finger, and I generally work off the A string for the trill. I mean, you can work off the G as well, I think, but the A string is a good one. And as I said, you keep your finger at a kind of a hook, a little bit of a hook, and I keep it somewhat stiff. And it's moving at the wrist. I'm flopping my hand, and I get underneath the string, see, and I come up at like a 45-degree angle. Once that trill, you're really making like 16th notes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and you begin to pulse it and and then you can get a feeling for what the trill is really all about. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on a C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just accenting on it. First beat, 2, 3. Let's go to the G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's go to the F chord. C chord. Alright, let's fade it out. In the old 20s and 30s, you know, rowboat in the moonlight with your sweetheart and your ukulele and your raccoon coat, you know, and things were good in the 20s. Depression hadn't hit yet. And the rowboat and the eyelashes fluttering, you know, and all the love beating in the heart. That's what the ukulele was all about. Rowboats and moonlight, yeah. And you could play melodies too, just working off that A string, for example. So I'm on the C fret, or the 3rd fret on the A string, then I'm going to go to the 7th fret, 7th fret, and then the 2nd fret, and then I'm going to play an F minor chord, and then G7 chord, and then C chord. Oh, how about an F chord? So we started introducing, notice we're pulling some personality into the trill that wasn't there before. Oh, lift up your index finger, watch this. Ah, isn't that pretty? And then, that's the trill. And you can throw a trill in, you're playing along. So we hear that? Just a fast trill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So practice your way of doing it. Exercise you can do. You might find some other rhythm that appeals to you. Thumb strum. Thumb strum came in real handy there, didn't it? It put an end to all that nonsense. Personalities. Personalities. A different personality stepped into the music. Makes it interesting. Now, I'm not saying I'm playing flawlessly. That's not the issue here. The issue is, what are the kinds of things that you can do? And in the trill, you can throw that in your normal pace. When you have a feeling, oh, that'd be a good place for it right there. So you find your own way. So that's the trill. I think the next thing we'll talk about is the roll.